Today we're back in South Africa to catch a very special flight with South African Airways, the inaugural relaunch of direct flights from Johannesburg to Perth in Western Australia on the increasingly rare A340-300. First, we're at the SAA Technical hangar for a photo shoot of the plane and some pre-flight checks. We join the celebrations at the check-in area, we check out the brand new SAA lounge at OR Tambo, and then we're in the cockpit for the momentous departure and takeoff, plus the warm reception and very nice landing in high winds the following morning at Perth.
Springbok 280 Heavy, Perth Tower, good afternoon and welcome back to Perth. The wind 070 degrees 15 knots, runway 03, clear to land.
This is SAA's second intercontinental route launch since coming back from its pandemic-era shutdown. So it's a big day for the airline and for South Africa as a whole as its flag flies once again over to Australia. This is a big one, so get settled in and enjoy. Welcome to SAA Technical, to the south of the terminals at Johannesburg's OR Tambo, where we're just in time to catch this beauty being towed in. I'm here at the South African Airways Technical maintenance base, big hangar over here, and we're just in time to catch the A340-300 being towed in here just prior to its flight tonight, this evening. We're going to be headed out to Perth on this thing on the inaugural flight, and what a beauty!
Okay, you know what? Go with the ladder.
And here's a highlight of my career so far. I'm literally not kidding about that. Climbing into the aircraft via this ladder, which takes you first into a bay below the cockpit and then up through the floor behind the captain's chair. Amazing to get to do this.
I've always complained about what I do with the pictures.
Just point in this direction, it should be fine.
Okay, sharp.
How about this for an entrance into the cockpit? Get to do something new every day in this line of work I found myself in. Oh. And here we are in the flight deck of Sierra X-Ray Fox. Please, don't worry about me.
Are you doing the arrival?
Yeah.
Check this thing here, this jumper cord. There by the flight control cables, there's a short one. It's supposed to be there. So basically, when the aircraft comes in, we do an arrival check, do a general visual of the aircraft, make sure everything is in a serviceable condition, look at the books, make sure that there's no new items or raised items. basically make sure it's safe for its next flight, or if it's coming in for a check, ready for the next check.
Okay, nice. You do that for every time it comes in?
Every time it comes in, we do an arrival check, and then depending on if it's here for a night stop, and then it will be here for the night, depending how long it's been. If it's due for like a weekly check, then we'll do the weekly check in the evening, and in the morning we'll do the pre-flights, or if it's going to leave for another flight, we'll do a pre-flight before he leaves again. So you got a technician that will do your normal general inspections under the supervision of a certified technician on a particular aircraft type. So you'll have a certified tech on a 340, for example, like this one, who will overlook the technician, who will be doing all that work, the inspections, the pre-flight, and then the engineer will be supervising, double checking, making sure the work is according to standard and airworthiness condition in accordance with the technical data and and all those things, and then release the aircraft after all the technical work is done.
So,
Hi.
you'll edit that out.
No worries. I only keep in the very good parts.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, one runway 10 of flight that is US, but they're gonna change it, so I'll order for them. Hey, Lena, we check it. We have got one seat that is not working. Eh? I don't know if it's
One
locked.
seat.
Yeah, it's locked off. Too Charlie.
What?
It's stuck in up position, so I'm just gonna go check it out. Really, too Charlie. No? This one. It's not working, but I have easy. Okay, bed is fine.
So the aircraft has been busy lately. It flew, I believe, to Accra and back, and then it did a little Cape Town turn earlier today. So now they're just checking it after arrival from Cape Town before it gets dispatched to Perth. And that can include anything from checking on the avionics to dealing with a seat that was marked as having problems. Pretty cool to see this side of an aircraft turnaround. Very unusual to get access to this. When I first entered the economy cabin, I thought I must be in a section with extra legroom, and actually it just seems to be the standard arrangement, which is pretty great. You can see that it's an older cabin, but it seems plenty comfortable, and it's got the screens at every seat. Very important. Oh, and an interesting section here with just 2 seats in the middle section. So this is very reminiscent of the A330 we were on yesterday. This aircraft is a bit older, and it has the older product for South African Airways, but many aspects are just the same as the A330 we flew on. It's about 10 years newer. All right, let's head back outside and see what they're up to out there. There's just something so cool about climbing down through a little porthole in the floor of the cockpit. It's amazing. But filming while doing it, maybe not the best plan. This will be the trickiest part to... Okay. Hi. Are you calling me?
With an inspection mirror, I can simply check what is going on. Hence, I can even see the part number of this. Alright? Everything is going to be meticulous. I'll do that. Me, personally, I'll do that. every light will be shining because we are the stars. We are the stars of South Africa. And also checking the lights, you can see fine. No flags.
When I'm allowed to connect, I'm okay. It makes a big difference when we're proud to be part of an airline like this, the national carrier. When we get to go home and tell people we work for such a big airline like this here, and you know, for us we feel like we're basically like carrying the name of the company when people see us, you know. So a flight like Perth, that's taking us into another continent, you know, more customers of course, but we're really looking forward to it. It was a big struggle, but I think starting doing things properly, growing out, not rushing things. So now you rather focus on the quality of everything than anything else. And I mean, you can ask anyone that's flown with any other airline, the first thing you notice is our hospitality, and then after that, our fleet. So we're really proud of our work.
Time to head over to departures, where I'm told celebrations are getting underway.
Oh, Papi's leaving you. Oh, Daddy. I know that. She wants to be there. He wants, come.
Okay.
Come,
my baby.
Why do you leave me?
Come, baby, come.
Okay,
come, please.
She also applied of...
Alright, now let's go through to the SAA lounge. I didn't realize this before, but they've actually just finished a total refurbishment of this space. It opened up just a week prior to when I was there. It looks very fresh and smells very fresh. It's got that new lounge smell. And it wasn't just me who was excited to fly on this inaugural flight.
I've been flying with SAA for a very long time, through thick and thin. I think the airline is now 90 years old, and it shrank a little bit, but it's starting to grow again. So I'm a big supporter of SAA, and I can't wait till they start flying back to London again, because I got a gold card with BA, but I prefer my SAA flights. I've been a Life Platinum member for 30 years. They were shut down during COVID. And when they reopened, I was the first person to buy a ticket on SAA. And I flew from Johannesburg to Cape Town on the inaugural flight. And I've been on the inaugural flight to Brazil. Now I'm on the inaugural flight to Perth. And it's back in the air and it's flying strong. So I'm a great supporter of SAA. And I'm hoping it'll be flying long after I'm gone.
All right, time to get on board this beauty for real.
With the passport, of course.
Hello.
A professional one. What disrupting operations?
Yeah.
They have to be OTP, these guys.
Yeah, all the time. OTP.
Chief, I need to do a vote of thanks on your...
Oh, on the PA.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Lamola, captaining flight SA280 to Perth to taste and bless this aircraft that will be carrying the first contingent of our loyal clients, passengers to Perth, Australia in about a few minutes from now. When we land, the leadership of the province of Western Australia will be meeting us, welcoming us tomorrow morning. We have left home with a full mandate, with the flag.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Bless you.
Thank you.
Do a greaser in Perth.
I don't have any option. It has to be a greaser.
Thanks.
I want to make some noise. The shift of 275, V1 131, we rotate 155, V2 162, clean is 272, to be a flaps 1 takeoff, a flex off 24, and engine out 7054, NTS off, air conditioning off, no MEL CDL items. Thank you.
It is a noticeably tighter fit here than on the A350, which I've done a few times. But it's kind of cozy and nice, and how cool to be on a 340-300 in the cockpit. My first time doing that. Pilots doing their last numbers, checks, sign-offs, and soon we will get going. Also, this is kind of cool, in the crew rest, and it's rare that I would get to step into one of these. I noticed that it's soundproofed. It's actually has the feel of a room that would be really good to record sound in. And I guess that's for obvious reasons, just to make it that much more comfortable for pilots to sleep in. It's an aspect that I never thought about. So interesting. See if you can hear the difference as I step out. This is totally different quality to the sound, right? I'll go back in like this. Very nice. We could record a podcast in here. One of the important things to realize about the resumption of this service is that it literally cuts out 10 hours of flying time for anyone traveling between Johannesburg and Perth. So now having that non-stop, you don't have to go via Dubai or Doha or maybe Singapore. It literally is less than half the total flying time that it has been the past few years without this flight. So that is a huge thing for passengers who want to go between the two. And there are quite a few people with links between South Africa and Perth, Western Australia. It gives you some insight into why they would launch this as their second big international route after Sao Paulo.
Springbok 280, go ahead.
Good evening again, Airbus 343, registration to Sierra Sierra X-ray Foxtrot, parking by Alpha 2, Cockpit Oscar. Requesting depart clearance for a flight to Perth, flight level 330, Springbok 280.
Springbok 280. After departure runway 03 left to comply with XOB 1 Alpha SID, radar frequency 124.5 and to SCOC 7363.
Fuel quantity.
We've got 100.1 tons as balanced.
Seatbelt.
On.
ADAS.
Left.
Barrow ref.
QNH 1028.
QNH 1028. Operation check is completed. They've just brought the boat back. So I think we can close.
We can close up.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
275. After departure runway 03 left to be the XOB 1 Alpha is loaded, is checked. Initial time clearance flight level 90 for climb nav 9000 blue. Mora 95 going that side with 78. We head with 8000 under radar control.
Okay, I'm at 8,000. The red box.
And fuel is 6.7, 1 hour 10 with Adelaide as the alternate.
Okay, it's good. We parked here at Alpha 2, gonna push back and face the north. We're probably gonna go via Alpha to the intersection 03 left Juliet. Hotspots at Lima, aircraft, different frequencies crossing 03 left, so we'll keep a lookout. There's the three of us. And we've done the calculations, we have enough stop margin. Once we line up, this will be a voluntary takeoff. However, in the event of a decision to stop for V1 or call stopping, close the thrust levers, apply full reverse thrust, please monitor and cause reverse green, diesel, notify the tower, bring us to a complete stop, set the park brake, and tell the cabin crew to stand by. We'll assess the situation and make a decision together. In the case where we have to come back, we'll be above max landing weight, which is 192. If it's red land and ZEP, we'll come back as soon as possible. If we have got time, we'll try to defuel and do an overweight landing checklist before we can make that kind of decision. Otherwise, the normal stuff is at night. We mitigate autopilot on as soon as possible once we get airborne. Otherwise, the weather's okay. It's a nice evening. We've got the clearance which we have reviewed, and we've got the scope, and once we're airborne 1245.
Checks.
So we ask them for start.
Ma'am, we are Scorpion 2605. We are bit back to the hospital just to the west of Grand Central.
Springbok 280, taxi Echo, cross runway 03 left on Echo, taxi Charlie Juliet, holding point runway 03 left.
Information Papa, QNH 1028, we have 261 souls on board, security checks complete, requesting clearance for London Heathrow, please.
Link 937 X-ray Link 937 X-ray taxi, India, holding point on 03 left.
Taxi India, holding point runway 03 left, link 937 X-ray.
Springbok 280, line up and runway 03 left, Juliet. Springbok 280, runway 03 left, Juliet, clear takeoff, surface wind at 360 degrees, 5 knots.
Link 937 X-ray ready.
Link 937 X-ray, line up and wait on 03 left India.
Line up and wait 03 left India, link 937 X-ray.
Evening, Springbok 280, identified on departure, under ready control, climb 2, flight level 150, free speed.
Climb flight level 150, free speed, Springbok 280.
Springbok 280, when you are ready, route direct position or NAD.
What's for the KLM 591?
Confirm, sir, descend 8,000 feet, 1029.
8,000 feet, 1029, KLM 591.
8,000 foot, 1029, November 53, Golf X-ray.
Springbok 280, Johannesburg, good evening, climb flight level 330.
Maputo, Springbok 280, good evening.
Springbok 280, Maputo control, good evening, West.
Springbok 280, we are maintaining flight level 330, taking positive on at 1957.
Roger, Springbok 280, clear to there, flight level 330, report estimate when available.
We estimate Victor Mike Alpha at 2001, the boundary at 40 east at 2049, destination Perth at 0448.
Roger, may I have the estimate for Abima Plar?
Stand by. Abima Plar at 2026.
Thank you very much. Report the next Abima Plar, flight level 330.
We'll report Abima Plar, flight level 330, Springbok 280.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. Just to give you an update on our flights. We've just passed the capital of Mozambique, Maputo, right behind us now, speeding towards the Indian Ocean coast.
Good evening.
Our routing tonight is going to take us to the south of Madagascar, and we go all the way to about 36 degrees south, and we should be passing to the south of Reunion and Mauritius, approximately 600 kilometers to the south. The rest of the time we'll be flying over this vast mass of water over the Indian Ocean. Currently at ground speed about 840 kilometers, and through the night as we pick up more tailwinds, we should be around the ground speed of about 880 kilometers an hour. Our estimated time of arrival will be 1:15 local time. Enjoy the rest of the flight.
Time to head back to the cabin, get some dinner, and maybe a few hours of sleep. Flight time is a little over 9 hours tonight, so there's just enough time to fit everything in. These are definitely business class seats from a previous generation, and SAA are well aware of this fact. At some point soon, they'll be refitting these cabins. Much like with the rest of its expansion and return to former intercontinental destinations, we'll have to wait a little while to know exactly when and what that will look like. However, I did manage to pass right out in these seats and woke up with just an hour and 20 minutes left to go. I actually overslept a bit. A quick pastry and coffee, and it's time to get back into the flight deck for the approach. I've never been to Perth, and I've never flown a Southern Hemisphere route like this, so it's all feeling very exciting for me, not to mention just the thrill of being part of this very special flight for SAA.
Melbourne Centre, good afternoon. Identified star clearance available. Springbok 280 cleared Ipmore 1 Alpha arrival. Tagme transition runway 03. Descend possible 190.
Yeah, I made a calculation for the landing speed. In the same conditions. Got a stock margin of 990. I've taken low order brake and reverses.
Springbok 280, so what time are you showing at minimum clean speed at Ipmore?
It's 0444. Springbok 280.
Springbok 280, understood. Springbok 280, thanks. Resume our navigation cleared direct to Tagme. Your time has improved. Cross Ipmore now at time 48. Eagle 855, visual approach to Pierce via high key, receive Foxtrot. Eagle 855, cleared to Pierce, descent to 4,500. First descent 4,500, Eagle 855. Springbok 280, heavy Pierce Centre, g'day, descent to 9,000 per QNH 1023. Descent 1090, QNH 1023, Springbok 280. Eagle 890, 10 miles to the boundary, at the boundary identification and control service terminated, frequency change approved.
Good, frequency change approved, Eagle 90.
Springbok 280, descent via start to 5,000. Descent on to 5,000, Springbok 280. Springbok 280, cleared to direct Haiko.
Cleared direct Haiko, Springbok 280.
Eagle 855, descent to not above 3,500.
Not above 3,500, Eagle 855.
Springbok 280, contact Perth approach 123.46.
Perth approach 123.46. Good afternoon.
Springbok 280, heavy, Perth approach, good afternoon, information X-ray 1 change, Q1H 1022, descend via start of 4,000.
Information X-ray now, QNH 1022, descend via start of 4,000.
Springbok 280, heavy, descent via start of 3,000, cleared, ILS approach runway 03.
Descend
5 starting inbound. Get out of control to the runway.
G'day, Unity 3403, on descend 9000. Unity 3403, Perth approach, g'day, descend by start of 4000. From start of 4000, Unity 3403.
Springbok 280 Heavy, Perth Tower, good afternoon and welcome back to Perth. The wind 070 degrees 15 knots, runway 03, cleared to land. Cleared to land, runway 03 and thank you very much, Springbok 280.
Welkom terug, Springbok.
Baie dankie.
Above 200 minimum 100 50 40 30 20 retard retend.
Vacate taxiway November, vacating contact ground 122.2. Vacate taxiway November and ground 122.2. Have a good afternoon, Springbok 280.
And welcome back to Perth from us at Flight Radar 24 as well. It's been a privilege getting to know some of the people at SAA these last few days, getting a little behind the scenes look at the operations, and getting to spend some time in South Africa, one of my favorite countries in the world.
Velocity 9201, receive extra request, taxi in a 6 Charlie 9. Taxi bar, Unity 3403.
All stations, information Yankee now current, the wind is now varying between 050 and 110 degrees, 18 knots, maximum crosswind 22 knots, temperature 25.
What are you going to do now? Are you staying and then what's your next destination?
I'm going to stay a couple of nights and then I'm going to fly home via Mauritius.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
You have a nice life.
Yeah. I want to do something different.
Yeah.
And when I grow up, I want to be like you, so everything's neutral.
We'll change life, we'll swap lives.
Yeah, that'll be fun, maybe for a year. You know?
Yeah, that could work. Then I can live in Sweden. Yeah. 10, 18 wheelchairs.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Thank you for coming along on this one, and if you liked this video, you'll definitely want to check out some of these videos that I'm going to put up on the screen right now. In Perth, for Flight Radar 24, I'm Gabriel Lee.